Live from the Helen Arena in New Bedford, DCTV Sports is proud to present Dartmouth High School Ice Hockey. Today it is the season finale as the Dartmouth Indians, coming in at 6-3-1, take on the Martha's Vineyard Vineyarders, coming in at 6-5. Paul Santos here alongside with Andrew Santos. Glad to see us bringing you these games live again here on DCTV. We do have some fans here today. The setup today is that each kid can have two parents come into the building. So they're down in the seats there, as you can see. Social distancing and sparsely populated there in the stands. But a great game here. Season finale for the seniors, Andrew, and always a bittersweet moment to play your last game as a senior.
Yeah, for sure. And typically when you are playing your last game as a senior, it's going to be a situation where you're playing to play the next game, so to speak, in the state tournament. So sure, that's stinging a little bit for the seniors here, especially today. But, again, we're happy that we were able to come here and do these games anyways, that they were able to be able to play throughout the pandemic here. Wasn't really sure that this was going to happen. So, yeah, bittersweet for sure.
Mentioned Mike Capello, 22 years at the helm here as the head coach of the Dartmouth Indians with another 8 years before. You see the snow coming down in the background. The snow really started coming down pretty good about an hour before the game. I was thinking to myself, is Martha's Vineyard still going to make that trip on the boat and then go back in the snow and everything? But they really wanted to get this game in.
For sure. I mean, they're already on the boat and then it started snowing and they're trying to assess the situation. But, hopefully everyone can make it home safe after the game here today.
My understanding is that Martha's Vineyard has a big game over the weekend against Nantucket. I guess they have like the battle of the islands over there, and so they didn't want to go all that long without playing a meaningful game against a good opponent like Dartmouth. So almost using this game as a tune-up for that. And they've had some good teams. I've seen the Vineyard come over and give Stang some good games. So pretty big hockey area down there.
Yeah, it's a prideful island, so to speak, and they're really all about their sports over there, just like we are over here. So I'd expect nothing less from a place like Martha's Vineyard to bring their A game today.
I remember coming up the ranks in youth hockey and so forth. We made several trips on the boat over there to Martha's Vineyard, and always good hockey over there. And it was always a big day to get on that boat, especially when you're a kid playing youth hockey, to have that big outing over there at Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a spectacle. Traveling is part of the sport, so Martha's Vineyard is just another one of those places it's cool to see and experience that for probably most likely your first time as a kid going over there. So yeah, I've seen a lot of places growing up and playing hockey, and it's been a great journey, and I'm sure that the players here today feel the same way.
Yeah, I think the parents that are here today, or grandparents and so forth that are watching, it is kind of like a club to be a hockey parent and a hockey kid. Close-knit community, a lot of traveling around. You mentioned Martha's Vineyard, of course, a fun trip out there to Lake Placid.
Yeah, and those friendships that you make along the way are ones that definitely last a lifetime. A few days ago, well, not a few days ago, but I want to say a couple months ago, we did FaceTime for one of our old coach's 60th birthdays. Shout out to Coach Bill Theodore of the Spartans.
Right. National anthem time. Yeah, you were mentioning Coach Bill Theodore's 60th birthday. That was a lot of fun going on Zoom and then Next thing you know, there are other families on there and other kids on there, and it was a lot of fun reminiscing. And, anytime I run into those guys, immediately people start laughing and they say, hey, remember when this happened? Remember when that happened? So the parents here and the players are going to remember these years for a long time to come for sure.
Yeah, those relationships that you build along the way are if not the most important thing, just as important as the enjoyment you get from playing in the sport of hockey. So, made some great memories along the way, for sure.
Third underway, Nick Howarth, Reed Martin, J.C. Freights up front, Sam Caniff, Kyle Charbonneau starting on defense, and J.P. Kearney between the pipes. So the Indians, they got a power line there at forward, and J.C. Freights is one of them. Shot through wide of the net. Goes all the way around. Bouncing puck. They keep it in the offensive end, and right away the Indians are in the offensive end. Puck goes behind the net. Yeah, that forward line, all juniors. The defensemen here are seniors, but the forward line, all juniors, so they'll be back next year. All the way around it goes. Indians fight to keep it in. Howarth plays it down behind the net. Hayden Merrick for Martha's Vineyard. Collected here, though, by the Indians. And it's Josh Nelson through the neutral zone. Here's Freights. An offensive line. He's drilled at center ice. Hunter Meter delivering the hit. And let's see if there's going to be a penalty. Looks like he's going to call a penalty, and there's going to be is that a trip? It looks like a trip. So the Indians on the power play.
Yeah, questionable call there. It seemed like a clean hit to me, getting the first look at it. But nevertheless, we got Martha's Vineyard here with an early power play. Or Dartmouth here with an early power play, excuse me.
Graham Stearns is the goaltender there for Martha's Vineyard. Face off back to the point. Nelson plays it down deep. That goes behind the net. Indians with their second power play unit. The top line is out there for that entire shift. Nelson through a screen, stopped in front by the Vineyard defense. Down on the corner, that's Joey Pacheco for the Indians. Gamache cutting to the net. He goes behind the net. Ron Gamache, right wing corner. Larrabee there as well. Nelson's going to try to keep it in as he crosses over. Gamache plays it down. Here's Nelson. Nelson with a shot. That one bounces high and wide. The first 30 seconds has expired. Now a chance out of the corner. Here's Larrabee. Saved by Stern. Rebound, a goal by the Indians. Cullen Larrabee picks up the rebound, and Dartmouth takes the 1-0 lead as the Indians are on the board first.
Yeah, just a great play by Larrabee there. A nice individual effort. Came right off the boards and found an opening and decided to stick with it after the first shot and eventually was able to bury it.
So it's a power play goal for Cullen Larrabee. And Dartmouth on the board first. Indians struck first and often in that last game that we had here on DCTV. As they beat Old Rochester pretty handily. Old Rochester kind of with a rebuild going on. Up here in the balcony today, doing the game from the end zone, getting a different view. The puck is down here. We can see everything. Here comes Freights. Freights gains the red line, slides it in. Howarth now goes behind the net. Nick Howarth coming out of the corner, plays it back to Nelson. Nelson through a screen. Shot goes wide, and Freights tries to get the rebound, but Stearns will cover up there.
Yeah, getting back to that goal again by Larrabee. Again, just a great individual effort using his body to get the puck, and then he shoots it, and then he's able to find the garbage in front of the net and stick with it. And you love to see that second effort as a coach on that rebound. A great play by Larrabee.
Puck slides down to the Martha's Vineyard end, and it is icing against the Indians. A face-off down here in the Dartmouth Indian end. You got that forward line there, of Martin and Freights and Howard. That's a line that's been playing together. They're juniors, and to be able to come back all three as seniors, that doesn't happen too often. Usually there's a senior and a junior, and but to have those guys come back again, that's really nice. Because it does take time to kind of click with certain players, right, when you're on the line.
Yeah, I mean, the more time you have playing with each other, the more you're going to kind of get used to each other's tendencies when you're out there. So, yeah, it's definitely a great thing that all three of them are coming back next year, and hopefully they'll be able they'll be able to play for under normal circumstances here, and be able to play for the state tournament.
And here they come. Here comes Freights. Freights turning on the Jets. Goes behind the net. One other thing about these lines, they're all small, but they're all fast. There's Martin with a shot. Tip score! Howarth redirects it behind Stearns, and the Indians are out in front 2-0.
And we were just talking about that chemistry there. Another great play from the Indians here. A little bit of a tic-tac goal here. You see some great puck movement. You start out from behind the net, throws it in front, and then Reed Martin finds the open man in front there, and he buries it.
So Nick Howarth from Reed Martin to make it 2-0. And wow, the Indians are really taking control of the game early on. Puck behind the Vineyard net. Vineyard coming in at 6-5 this year. And again, we talked about how they're playing Nantucket over the weekend. And the puck goes up and out of play. Faceoff's going to be in the center ice area. When we got here right at 2 o'clock, right, we saw that Vineyard was just coming in right at 2. They just got in at the last second and just kind of threw their clothes on, went right out there for the warm-up. So credit to them to get down here. Take a look at that Dartmouth bench. And
those things that definitely can get in the way of the mental preparation for sure. You know, you're showing up at the rink late, and then you're trying to throw in the equipment in time to be able to start the game right on time here. So, it's definitely something that can get in the way, like I said, of your mental preparation.
Play still down in the Vineyard end, but now here they come. Gain the red line and slide it in. Here's Kyle Charbonneau behind the net. He gets drilled as he plays the puck to the far wing. Sam Caniff gets it out to the center ice area. It's tossed right back in. James Sherrier at center ice. He gets the pass. Looks like he missed him. That's going to be icing against the Indians. Yeah, missing the state tournament as we take a look at goaltender Stearns. Seen a lot of rubber so far. The Indians not able to play in the state tournament, but credit to Mike Capello. I've heard some people tell me that he was really aggressive to get games. They ended up getting 11 games in, and a lot of schools only played 2 or 3. But because Coach Capello, called around, set up games, managed to get a decent schedule in here for the team.
Yeah, Coach Capello has always spent time outside of the practices and the games to make sure that the schedule is good for the team, and it's something that's kind of goes unnoticed. But great job by Capello this year, especially being able to find those games for his team.
And I thought it was really nice that they were able to play Stang twice, even though we have the pandemic going on, as Martha's Vineyard charges into the offensive end. And to get those 2 games in, those are special games. Even with the empty arena, right? I know we could tell by looking at we have a penalty coming up. We're looking at the numbers, and we had a lot of folks watching the game, and it was Dartmouth Stang. There was definitely something special about that matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to see that they were able to play a couple of times, especially this year. So
the penalty there is going against John Gamache for interference. So let's see whether or not Martha's Vineyard can get back into the game, because so far Dartmouth has just been all over them.
Yeah, good opportunity to even the momentum and get a little bit of a fresh start here.
From the point, played down to the half wall. Now behind the net it goes as Meter. Meter plays it across, trying to get that quick pass over to Gunderson. Behind the net, Meter trying to come out of the corner with it. Nice pass all the way across, hops over the stick of Marek. Marek gets hit by Caniff in the corner. Taking it out. Here's Marek. Marek looking to move it out in front. Wrist shot through. Blocked in front by Reed Martin. And it's iced by Caniff. You're a forward on a penalty kill. That was a good job there by Reed Martin getting in the shooting lane there.
Yeah, it takes some sacrifice for sure. And, Reed made the right play, got his body in the lane, and then he's able to get it out, which is exactly what you want to do when you're on the PK.
Behind the net, Martha's Vineyard. This is Cameron Geary bringing it out. Indians on the forecheck. Kyle Charbonneau keeps it in over the line. Gunderson now for Vineyard. Indians all over the Vineyarders. Gunderson cutting through the neutral zone. Martha's Vineyard trying to get set up. Nice backdoor pass from the circle. Wrist shot. Kick save by Kearney on Meter. Meter tries to move it out. Stopped at the point. Quick passing across to the slot. Taken away by Howarth. And he'll clear it out. Nice kick save there by Kearney earlier. 15 seconds left on the power play. Indians looking for a short-handed opportunity. Larrabee is down there. Only 10 seconds left. Shot goes off the side of the net. Oh, and another shot. Looks like the net came off.
Yeah, it's great pressure by the Indians here on the PK. Whenever the Vineyard get possession of the puck, it seems like they kind of got to get rid of it pretty soon because they got someone on them. So just a great job by the Indians staying on the open man and trying to get it out the zone and then actually putting pressure on the offensive zone as well.
Larrabee got a shot right off the faceoff, and Stearns made the kick save. Cullen Larrabee is also a junior, so we got a lot of juniors coming back next year. There will be seniors. The Indians are losing some key players, but they have a lot coming back too. Should have a good team next year. Puck kept in. We talked about Bishop Stang. Looks like Stang's going to have a good team next year too. In fact, Stang is, I think, on a 6 or 7 game unbeaten streak. He ended up with a tie here against Dartmouth, 3-3. Dartmouth came back to tie that one. They were down 3-1, but 5-on-3 power play helped.
Yeah, Coach Gouveia, I talked to him the other week, maybe last week, and he said that he's been very happy with how his team's been playing. So, good on him and good on Stang for turning their season around.
Here's Kyle Charbonneau, the senior. Wrist shot through. Glove saved by Stern. And there he is right there. You're getting back to the penalty kill. I remember, I think it was when you were a senior that you were used more on the PK. And when you first started out with the PK, it took some getting used to. But then after a while, it looked like you kind of enjoyed it, the challenge of being out there on the penalty kill. What's the key to being a good penalty killer at the forward position?
Yeah, it starts with knowing where to be, which obviously takes some practice. Fortunately, I had Coach Capello kind of show me where I needed to be there. And, with anything, you get better at it with experience. And obviously, PK is a really, really important part of the game. So just being out there in those important moments is always obviously fun as a player.
Martha's Vineyard in their own end. They think they've settled it down a little bit. Look in the center ice area. This is Geary. And now Reed Martin for Dartmouth, turning on the Jets. Martin tries to cut to the middle. Goes behind the net. Out in front. Bouncing puck in the slot. Now Caniff tries to pinch. And now a breakout here for Vineyard. Martin hits him from behind. Has a wrist shot high and wide of Kearney. And the rebound goes all the way out to center ice where it's Mike Wallace. Wallace with a self-pass. Goes past Caniff. Wallace pinching. And it's collected here at center ice by the Vineyarders. Here's Rigo. To the middle, taken away. And here's Howarth on the counterattack for the Indians. Howarth tries to take it right down the slot area. Goes behind the net. Looks to move it out in front. Stearns going post to post. As Freight's in the corner. Freight's plays it back to Caniff. Caniff kicks it in. And the puck goes by him, and now a chance here for the Vineyard. Cutting to the middle. Nice check there by Jamison Lima to take Meter out of the play. Yeah, defenseman Lima really stood him up.
Yeah, it's a great play there by Lima to get in the way of Meter. They kind of saw that he was going to try to finesse around him and put his body in the way and ultimately stopped him from even getting a shot off. So, great on him. Great play there by Lima.
I think they used to teach you just look at the jersey, right? So you're not deked out. You just kind of take the man in that situation.
Yeah, for sure. You're looking at his chest and you're looking at where he wants to go more than where the puck's going to go. You're kind of sweeping your stick around in the lane where the puck's going to be, but you want to keep an eye on the chest there.
And look at Lima on the bench. Good job there, and helps keep this game at 2-0. At the point shot, saved that time by Kearney. He got a good look at it. We got a good look at it. Kind of fluttered in the air, and he just reached up with a glove to make the save.
Yeah, unfortunately, Marek took a shot from the point there, and the puck was on its side, so what they call that is the knuckle puck. You see it spinning in the air there. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get all of it.
In the last 4 or 5 minutes or so, Vineyard has settled it down a little bit. We have some play here in the Dartmouth end, trying to get back into the game. Here's a chance from the point. Wrist shot through, saved by Kearney, and he kicks it out to the right side. Sharia tries to move it out, kept in here by Geary. Vineyard battling in the corner to try to get possession. We definitely need the next goal to get back into the game. Indians battling with the forecheck. A shot through, blocked in front. And here comes Larrabee. Oh, Larrabee couldn't break. And it's Charbonneau now for Dartmouth. He'll bank it in. No icing. The first 5, 6, 7 minutes of the game, the puck was pretty much in the Vineyard end the whole time. There's Reed Martin. Out in front. Save on Freights by Stearns.
Great
Big
look by
save.
Martin. Great look by Martin there, coming around the net, dishes it out to Freights wide open in front. And just a great opportunity there.
Kept in by Lemur on a great play. Puck is in the slot area. Now it's skated away by the Vineyard. Long pass ahead, stopped here by Jameson Lima. Lima battling for the puck against Geary.
Dartmouth hoping for a call there. Stick got a little wrapped up in him, but the refs are going to decide to let the boys play.
Howard took the puck right through the slot area here, right in front of his own net. Managed to move it out. Take a look at that top line, right? It almost looks like 3 of the same kind of player, but it still works. You know, a lot of times you'll have like a speed guy and a power guy. Here's Freights with a shot, saved by Stearns. And the puck is iced. They're all small and they're all really fast.
Yeah, and you can see it just today. They're all 3 of them just kind of buzzing around and looking for each other, and they're hitting each other tape to tape. It's great to see.
Here's Freights. He gets ridden off at the last second by Gillis. 3:20 to go here in the first period. Kai Andrade crashes into the left wing corner, looking for some help from John Bicho. A couple of freshmen there. And the puck is out. Stopped here by Caniff. Caniff for the shot. Glove saved by Stearns. And he'll hang on. Has some good up and down action over the last few minutes. And we take a look at the goaltender, Graham Stearns, who is a junior. They will face off in the offensive end. Josh Nelson tries to keep it down there. Backhander through. Collected here by Hayden Marek. Vineyard once again pinned in their own end. John Bicho down there for the Indians. Now Caniff. Caniff looking to make a wrist shot through a screen. Saved by Stearns. Shot made it all the way through.
Great opportunity there, and a great shot by Caniff, really keeping it down low. He recognizes all the traffic out in front, so great shot there by Caniff.
Now is Nelson, the defenseman, down deep. Playing it back. Bicho with a wrist shot through. Saved by Kearns. Hi, Andrade holds his position at the point as the freshman delivers a big hit. Once again, kept in there by Nelson, but now it's finally out to center ice. Long pass through Vineyard. Bouncing puck. It's going to be covered up by the goaltender, J.P. Kearns.
Oh, great pressure there from the freshman line, huh?
Yeah, look at some good players coming up. Look at the goaltender, J.P. Kearney. Came on strong last year in that run to the South Sectional Championship game. But yeah, we always like to look at the roster every year. I'm sure Coach Capello does the same thing. You know, you're graduating these seniors and you get some juniors coming up and kind of look at that freshman and sophomore class as Kearney holds the post there. Last few years, there's been a lot of good players coming up. There's Larrabee. Larrabee down in front, tries to center it. Stearns had to hold the post. Kyle Charbonneau banks it out through center ice, collected here by the Vineyarders. Here's Lacus. Slides it into the offensive. You're talking about taking shots that are low. And in that last game that I was here, there was a shot that went right off the pad of the goaltender, came right out, and then the rebound was put in by the other attacking player. And I just remembered how you had mentioned that in the previous game. And they do teach that now. Get that shot down low and look for that rebound.
Yeah, and as a player, sometimes when you see when you see that top corner open, you gotta go for it, you
Right.
know. But a lot of times, you know, when you're a defenseman up on the point or you're just on the boards and you see some traffic out in front, the best spot to throw it is kind of down low.
Well, Vineyard on the penalty, on the power play again, as there's a tripping penalty. There's a shot blocked in front against Joey Pacheco for tripping. So Vineyard with a second opportunity here at the power play. Real big power play for them here in the closing minute of the first period. The Indians down there bothering them on the penalty kill, but now here come the Vineyarders. This shot through, blocked by Lima. Caniff can't clear. This shot through, tip, saved that time by Kearney. As Meter, number 2, got a redirect out in front.
Heads up over there on the bench. That puck went flying off into the bench over there. But yeah, great opportunity here for the Vineyarders. If they can try to bury one here, the momentum will really swing in the other direction. So that's obviously at the top of their priority list right now.
48 seconds left here in the period, so a little bit of the power play will carry over. Nick Howarth taking the draw. Out this Vineyard trying to control. They play it down deep. This is Meter. On the front from the circle. They try to set up in the high slot area. Good passing out in front. Taken away and cleared out by Larrabee as Geary was looking to set up in the slot area.
And a good look there. You know, Bruins like to do that with Bergeron, throw it in the slot, and then get a quick shot on net. But unfortunately, the pass is just an escape.
Here comes Meter, one of the top players on the team. Meter gets checked by Nelson. Collected here by Gunderson. Now at the point, wrist shot through, blocked in front, loose puck. Now a shot from the side of the net, grabbed by Kearney. As number 4, Liam Merrick tried to slide one through from a bad angle.
Yeah, Merrick actually he looked over into the slot area before he then threw it back at net. He tried to catch Kearney off guard, but Kearney was right there, made the great save anyways.
Only a few seconds left in the period. The Indians end up icing it. And that is going to do it for period number 1. There will be about 33 seconds left on the power play as we proceed into period number 2. Cullen Larrabee getting the first goal with 13:25 to go in the first period, and then with 11:53 to go, it was Nick Howarth from Reed Martin with some great passing. And Martha's Vineyard 0-2 on the power play. The Vineyard 0-2 on the power play. The Indians, of course, 2-2 killing off the penalty. At the end of 1, Dartmouth 2 and Martha's Vineyard nothing. We'll be back with second period action in a moment here on Dartmouth Community Media. Well, in the first half of the first period, the Dartmouth Indians really control the play. They were all over the Vineyarders, and they get 2 goals in a very short period of time from Cullen Larrabee and Nick Howarth. It's about 2 minutes apart. But then in the last, 5, 6, 7 minutes of the period, I think, and there we are, Andrew, up in the balcony, high above ringside. Got a good view from up here. But second half of the period, Martha's Vineyard really came on a little bit.
Yeah. Like I said, they just got off the ferry, they just got the bus, and now they're rushing to get dressed and everything. It can weigh a little bit on your mental preparation. So, not a huge surprise to see them come out a little sluggish, but they kind of found their way halfway through the first period there, and they upped the pressure, and hopefully they can continue that here and maybe squeeze one by Dartmouth to make it 2-1 early in the second here. That'd be a great place to be.
33 seconds left on the Martha's Vineyard power play. And the Vineyarders controlling their own end. This is Marek up on the wing. Stopped here by Freight as he goes down. Now a chance here for the Vineyarders. Geary plays it behind the net. Hops over the stick of Meter. 15 seconds left on that power play. The puck is cleared by Martin. That's going to kill off most of it. Only about 10 seconds left. Vineyard up through the neutral zone. Having a difficult time setting up as Pacheco is back on the ice and the teams are at even strength. And now a breakout here for the Indians. 2-on-none. Here comes Howard to the net. Backhander. Stick the side by Stern as Freight and Howarth were trying to pass it back and forth, but one of the defenders got back.
Yeah, I got a little too fancy there and unfortunately just kind of lost it.
Chance here now for Vineyard. Here's Meter. Out of the net, and a great play there by the goaltender, J.P. Kearney. Figured he had time to come out, and he did.
Yeah, good read there.
Nick Howard tries to carry on all the way down the middle. Couldn't do it. Big hit. Mike Caniff. Played down deep here by Freights. Reed Martin in the other corner. Martin down, battling. Vineyard comes out with it. Here's Lewis. Backhands it into the offensive end. Yeah, play's been much more even, although the Indians did have that golden opportunity a moment ago.
Yeah, just resulting from a sloppy blue line play there from the Vineyard. And passing it to a guy with 2 players on him, you're asking for trouble.
Remember the coaches always talk about how a lot starts in the neutral zone. A big mistake or a big play in the neutral zone is everything.
Yeah, it's a game of transition. So you got a puck going a certain way, and steal the puck or something like that. And you gotta then you got a 2-on-1 the other way, and yeah, the game definitely a big part of the game comes from the neutral zone play.
Indians just barely keep that in. Bounces out in front. Stearns has to cover the post as Cullen Larrabee was looking for his second goal of the night, hacking away at the rebound. Puck is put back on its moorings.
Yeah, a couple issues here with the nets early on, but it looks like they're fixing it, and hopefully it should be sturdy from here on out.
Played about 2.5 minutes here into the second period as the Indians with the 2-0 lead. Plays back at the point. Wrist shot through, tipped. Saved by Stearns as Kai Andre was in front of the net trying to get a redirect along with Charlie Camisa. It's another thing that the coaches preach, traffic in front of the net. Probably heard that 1,000 times, right?
Yeah, definitely. Get the pucks to the net. Pucks to the net.
And there's one to the net. And it's stick to side. And, of course, the traffic, the goalie not being able to see, getting a redirect, trying to tip the puck by the goaltender. There's a chance here for the Vineyard. Down deep, centering pass, blocked by Caniff. Indians on the counterattack. Puck in the neutral zone. Neither team able to get possession. And now it's Gunderson for Martha's Vineyard. Into the offensive end. Talk about the third goal being the most important. And here comes Moniz. Moniz holds it. Shot saved by Stearns. And crashing in the net was James Chariot trying to get the rebound. Indians crashing the net there on goaltender Stearns.
Yeah, big opportunity in front there. Guess he didn't see the passing lane open, so he decided to shoot it, and looked like he was labeling it for top corner, but great save there by the Vineyard's goaltender, Stearns.
So a face-off here down in the Martha's Vineyard end. The Indians control for the moment, but now a great chance here for the Vineyard. Broken up there by Nelson, number 6, as he takes it away from Marek. Josh Nelson with a terrific play there. He's another junior. Back to Moniz. Evan Moniz into the corner. Throws it out in front. Loose puck. Chariot couldn't get a stick on it. Nathan Copolati was down there in front of the net as well. Moniz fighting forward on the half wall. Chariot comes over to help. Hacked down there by the Indians. Chariot plays it all the way around. Here's Moniz. Moniz tries to get position. Chariot keeps it in, plays it down deep, goes behind the net. Played around here by the Vineyard, and they get it out. Kyle Charbonnet goes back behind the net. See the Vineyard there trying to cycle it down, which is something I remember you learned that early on when you're in trouble and you're trying to keep the puck in the offensive end. Just keep cycling it down.
Yeah, cycle's an important part of the offensive zone.
There's J.C. Freights for the Indians. Looking to move it out in front. Intercepted here by Nick Rigo. Now a chance here for Lewis. Lewis trying to make a move. Backhander is deflected wide. Luke Caniff getting back to get his stick down on the ice that time. Indians trying to move it out. There's a shot saved by Kearney. Firing in from the point was Gunderson. Gunderson again slides it on net. Kearney keeps his pads and his stick right down along the ice to make the easy save. And there's senior goaltender J.P. Kearney.
Yeah, good play by Howarth there at the point, putting the pressure on Gunderson and getting a stick in the shot lane, and slows down the shot there, makes it an easy save for Kearney.
Face off to the left of Kearney. There's a wrist shot through a screen. Saved by Kearney. Flashes the right pad, and it's skated away here by Freights. Vineyard picking up the play here in the second period as well. Caniff in the neutral ice area. There's Freights. AC Freights, dangerous offensive player. Goes down deep, throws it out in front. Fired away that time by Wallace. And a long pass ahead. There's a chance here for Gillis. Too far ahead. Hoping to have a breakaway, but J.P. Kearney, covers up for Dartmouth.
A good job by Freights carrying the puck into the zone. Throws it out in front there. Unfortunately, nobody's there. But a good play trying to get it out in front of the net.
Face off now to the left of goaltender J.P. Kearney. First few minutes of the game, I almost felt like the Indians were going to blow the doors off of Martha's Vineyard for a moment. There's a shot. Great save that time by J.P. Kearney off the stick of Marek. Now the Vineyard has picked it up. Marek in the corner. Couldn't move it out in front. Kept in. Stopped here by Marek. Slid down there by Gunderson. In the corner, Lima. D-to-D pass behind his own net. Kept in here by the Vineyard. Passed down there by Gunderson. Stopped here by Josh Nelson behind the net. To the neutral zone, take it away. Shot, great save by Kearney. Oh, the puck came loose, and Marek from the slot had a golden chance. Now the Indians trying to move it out. Counterattack the other way. Here's Joey Pacheco. Shot deflected wide by Marek. Played around. Stopped here by Marek. Through the neutral zone. Here's Caniff. Caniff fires it all the way around. Gunderson. Stopped at the point by the Indians. Kyle Charbonneau lost his stick. Backhander through by Reed Martin. Reed Martin high with the stick. Loose puck. And a long pass ahead here through the neutral zone to Meter. Back the other way it comes. A lot of changes in possession in the neutral zone, and that play is going to be offside. And we have a face-off coming up. Good chances back and forth, and a tremendous save a few minutes ago there by J.P. Kearney of the Indians. Play has definitely picked up in the last few minutes, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reed Martin across. Tries to get the redirect. Here's Freites. Freites coming around, looking for a wraparound. He's back to the point. Charbonneau across. Down low goes to Freites. Freites goes behind the net. Freites looking to make a play. Caniff down low. Sam Caniff looking to move down. Taken away by Wallace, and they clear it out. Out of the net. Tries to get through. Blocked in front and cleared out that time by defenseman Charbonneau.
A great play by Charbonneau in front there. Recognizes where the puck is and just gets it out of there.
Indians now, John Bichot, another freshman. That play down by Charbonneau, stopped here by Lakis. This is Rigo. All the way down, Sam Caniff goes behind the net. Out of the 6-minute mark left here in the second period. In a totally different game. Caniff can't penetrate. Follow up here by Charbonneau. Marek goes behind his own net. Wallace on the far wall. Behind the net. This is Kai Andrade, another freshman for the Indians. Plays it back to the point. Wrist shot through. Deflected wide. Indians tied up in their own end for the moment. Now a chance here for the Vineyard. Out in front. Chance for the Indians. Vineyard's clearing it out. Long pass down, picked up by Caniff. Kai Andrade in the neutral zone. Geary for Martha's Vineyard. Teams battling for possession in the neutral zone. Larrabee can't penetrate. Like his backhanded has hit someone as they were changing up. Geary into the offensive end. Drop pass. Wrist shot through. Deflected up and out of play. Face-off coming up.
A good play there by John Gamache, recognizing the drop pass and staying in front of the defenseman Gunnarsson there, and tries to shoot the puck, and then it gets deflected up and stops the play, and both teams get a minute here to take a little bit of a breather.
Does feel like Vineyard, as you said, is coming off the bus. There's a shot blocked in front and just coming off the bus, walking it directly into the rink, then trying to get ready to play the game. Is Larrabee. Blocker save that time by Stearns. Centering pass. Loose puck. Defenseman threw it behind the net. He goes down. That's Marek. And it's cleared out. And an icing.
And when you're clearing the puck out there, you want to have a little bit of a softer touch on the puck there, so that you can give your team a chance to change. Now you're gassed, and there was an icing at the end of the shift.
Yeah, sometimes not easy to do to try to just get it out to center ice.
Yeah, especially when you have a lot of pressure on you, but
so now the puck is at the center ice area. This is the Indians. Capellotti. Stopped here by Martha's Vineyard. They bring it into the offensive end. This is Meter. Meter to the net. Saved by Kearney. Oh, he got a great look at the net. And J.P. Kearney robs Meter.
Well, what a great individual effort by Meter there to squirt free. Went through I think 3 Indians players there to get himself in close, and just a dangerous opportunity there for the Vineyarders, and unfortunately came up short.
Hey, from the Dartmouth point of view, we might look back at Kearney coming up with some big saves here, because that third goal. I was talking about the third goal, one that's going to make it 3-0 or 2-1.
Yeah, Kearney playing very well today.
Great save by Stearns at the other end of the rink on Howarth. Vineyard's top line out there. Always seem to be in the offensive end when they're on the ice. At the point, wrist shot through a tip. Score! Nick Howarth with a beautiful redirect. Makes it 3-0 Dartmouth.
Wow, what a perfect tip here by Howarth. I mean, he's right in front of the net, gets the backhand down and tips it right in the top corner for a second of the night. Just a great tip, and it's hard. It's a lot harder to do than it looks, but and especially to place it right there in that top corner. So, just an awesome play by Howarth.
And a great job by the point man. He slid it pretty low, and Howarth just executed it beautifully. Here's a backhander. Save that time by Kearney. Kearney's coming up with some big saves to stop Martha's Vineyard from getting back in the game. There's Charlie Camisa into the offensive end. Vineyard. That was a huge goal for Dartmouth because Vineyard had really picked up their play. And if they could have buried that last one that Kearney made the save, it would have been a different situation.
Yeah, because then it would be 2-1 and not 3-0. And but yeah, good on Kearney. He's playing an awesome game. And this is his last game, so I'm sure he's starting to think about going out with a shutout here.
Absolutely. You want to keep that 0 up on the board if you can. There's a shot through. Saved by Kearney. And back comes Camisa. Yeah, we got a really good look at that tip because we're up here on the balcony and saw that shot coming in, and Howarth just had his stick perfectly placed, and it just went right over Stearns. And I know you would practice that. You guys would practice tips. They put you in front of the net. You try to do it, and like you said, it's harder to do than it looks.
Yeah, there's a drill where you give it to the defenseman, you go out in front, defenseman shoots it, and then you transition, you do a one-on-one the opposite way. So yeah, we definitely practice the tips a lot. And yeah, it's very, very difficult. And just to place it right there in the top corner, the goalie Stearns there had absolutely no chance.
Pass out through the neutral zone as Joey Pacheco delivers a big hit along the near side. And Vineyard, he just decided to ice it. He didn't even think about it. He just ripped it down there, Elias Gunderson, to get a stoppage in play.
Yeah, a big momentum goal that was as well, because now you're up 3-0, and they always say that the 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. So now that the Indians are up 3, it's a big momentum swing, and as you can see now, the Indians starting to put on some more pressure as a result.
It's really been a lot of fun watching these 3 forwards play, and get to see it again next year as a wrist shot goes through, saved that time by Stearns.
Howarth looking for another tip there and looking for the hat trick, but he wasn't able to get a stick on it, and Stearns made the save.
Reed Martin getting ready to take the draw against Peter Gillis. Like we have a penalty coming up here. It's going to be an interference call against Reed Martin. Trying to see what he did. It looks like he just tied up his opponent there. Maybe a little bit too long.
Now, if you're Martha's Vineyard, this is exactly what you want here, because now we got a full 2 minute. There's 2 minutes left in the period. You have a full power play. It's not going to be split like at the end of the last period. So this is where you really want to try to bury one here. And then again, like I said, 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. So, and then starting the third period, the momentum back on their side would be huge.
Martha's Vineyard setting up on the power play. Taken away. And a chance here for Freites. Short-handed to the net. Score! Howarth put in the rebound. A short-handed goal and a real dagger by the Indians as they take the lead 4-0.
Well, congrats to Howarth on the hat trick there, but that was J.C. Freites that made that entire play happen. Put the pressure on the point there on the penalty kill, and he was able to catch the defenseman kind of off guard, and he stole it, came all the way down, put the puck on net, and then Howarth was there to bury the rebound.
What a killer from Martha's Vineyard. I mean, you're just talking about, 3-0. It's still a tough climb, but if you get one there, make it 3-1, and the Indians come in the first 5 seconds. And here's Howarth again. Now a blast through, blocked. Howarth in front of the net, looking for another shorthanded goal. Blocked that time by Gunderson as he went down. Now a chance back the other way again. Freights lays it out to the neutral zone. Gunderson now for Martha's Vineyard. Gunderson taking it for the Vineyarders. To Meter. Meter through the neutral zone. Trying to carry it through the slot. Meter to the net. Meter. Backhander. Oh, and he missed the net as he deked in there on J.P. Kearns. J.P. Kearney, excuse me.
Meter's kind of dancing all over the ice there, but you know, when you start to do that a little bit too much, just like what just happened, you lose control of it at an inopportune spot at the top of the point there, and then next thing you know, you got an odd man rush going the other way.
Nice kick save there.
But yeah, Meter's been playing well. He's been a dangerous player. He's had some great opportunities that he's made himself with individual efforts. So he's definitely a player that you need to keep an eye on.
Puck slides down here. Only 30 seconds left in the penalty and in the period. Pass up ahead looking for Geary. Stopped and cleared right back down by the Indians. 20 seconds left in the period. I always point out that in high school hockey, you do see a lot of shorties, and that's because a lot of times the penalty killers are the two top snipers that are on the team as well, and they're always looking for that chance to break out.
Yeah, and if you, like I said, if you're putting pressure on the defenseman there on the point.
Reed Martin out of the penalty box. Great save by Stearns. Wow, what a stop.
Yeah, great save by Stearns there at the end of the period. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, when you're one of the top snipers on the PK and you're keeping an eye on the defenseman, as soon as you see that opening and that chance, you're going the other way, and that creates a great opportunity. So, yeah, it's no surprise that there's a good amount of shorthanded goals in high school hockey.
So in the second period, 2 goals by Nick Howard. He now has 3 on the day. Colin Larrabee has the other. J.C. Freights picking up the assist. And at the end of 2, Dartmouth in control, leading Martha's Vineyard 4-0. Third period coming up shortly right here on Dartmouth Community Media. Ready for the third period here at Headland. Dartmouth leading 4-0. big shorthanded goal at the very end of that period really is a big killer here.
And again, J.C. Freights with the pressure on the defenseman there, and then he just comes right down. He actually makes a great move here and tries to stuff it, and then the goalie actually kicks it out into the slot for Howarth to bury it there. Looking at that initially from up here in the balcony, I thought that the puck had gone over to the side of the net, which actually would have worked out better for Martha's Vineyard, but nevertheless, the goalie again kicked it out, and then Howarth was right there to bury it for the hat trick.
At that point in the game, 3-0. Vineyard already in a hole. It put some pressure on Kearney. Kearney made some key saves when it was 2-0. There he is right there. Final game here for the Indians as a senior. And when it was 2-0, he probably made like 2 or 3 big ones that easily could have been 2-1 and would have changed the game.
Yeah, just absolutely massive saves on some really good players from the Vineyard. Meter especially earlier when he came in had golden opportunities, and Kearney just really shut him down.
And then at 3-0, a chance to try to get back in the game with a power play, and Freight steals it and comes in, and Howard puts it away, and then it's 4-0, which pretty impossible hill to climb here.
Yeah, but you never know. But,
exactly, yeah, you don't know. Reed Martin through the neutral zone. Loses an edge. It was Howarth.
Yeah, it looks like he stepped on the puck there.
Vineyard shot high and wide of the net. There's a blast from the other side. Tipped. Trying to get a tip just like the Indians. There's a great kick save too by Kearney in the slot as he robs Geary.
Wow, just 2 awesome saves. Great play by Kearney to stick with it too on that secondary save off the rebound. Fantastic saves.
2 in a row. Kearney playing his final game here in net for the Indians. Really a great year last year for him, leading the Indians to that South Sectional Championship game, but for a couple of bounces, one of which was the fact that the Indians actually scored a goal. It bounced behind the line, but they didn't call it. But those things happen. Indians almost pulling off the win over Powerhouse and over that game.
Yeah, those things seem to happen pretty often there, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember a couple of times when I was playing, had a couple of goals called back, and you're scratching your head after the game, wondering what the heck happened.
Yeah, state tournament, it's one and done if you don't win that game. Centering pass. Oh, it hops over the stick of the centerman there, Gillis. As Meter tried to set him up in the slot. Vineyard love to get on the board, and there's a crushing hit from behind by Cullen Larrabee, and he's going to go to the box, and then there's a retaliation hit.
And he's going to get tossed, I think.
Larrabee is down.
Meter didn't like the hit and chose to retaliate, and now he's getting tossed. But just a classless move there. Obviously the hit wasn't a great hit, but just blindsiding a player in retaliation's not really going to get much accomplished.
And unfortunately, the retaliatory hit was much worse than the original hit.
Yeah, and especially the numbers are facing the boards, and it's just something you absolutely hate to see. Just a dirty cheap shot from behind there from Meter, and I know sometimes emotions can get in the way, and you're kind of seeing red there, especially when you see one of your teammates and you think that they may have gotten hurt or something. But in no way is a retaliation in that manner respectable. And as you can hear, some of the Dartmouth parents are not happy, as it looks like Meter is taunting from the other side of the glass.
He's still working on Cullen Larrabee in the corner there.
And those hits from behind, they're really dangerous. And you can get some serious injuries from a play like that. Your neck is going into the boards there. And next thing you know, it's just an ugly scene. You really don't want to see it.
And it happened to a Bishop Fian player who's injured, spinal cord injury. Here comes Cullen Lowry. He's coming off.
Scored a goal earlier in this game. So looks like he's on his feet and he's moving, which is definitely a good sign, especially just knowing the devastation that a hit like that can cause from behind. So good to see him on his feet, moving his feet.
So the officials are talking there at center ice. It's like Coach Capello is talking to the officials. Capello certainly out there wanting to protect his player and discuss what the penalty is going to be.
Have to imagine it's going to be a 5-minute major here.
Matt Mincone is the head coach of the Martha's Vineyard Vineyarders, and officials are talking to the Martha's Vineyard bench as well. As you pointed out, you played for a long time. It's such an emotional sport. And once you start getting into that kind of play, it can escalate.
Yeah, and like I was saying, he's, it's tough. Like you said, the emotions can get in the way. You see one of your good friends and teammates that you've probably been playing a long time with. Let's be honest here. A lot of these athletes here, they spent most of their childhoods playing together. So when you see your teammate go down like that in the corner, it's easy to let your emotions get in the way. But when when you talk about a defenseless player that's almost half your size, and blindsiding him from behind there, it's just not a respectable action. Again, I understand. You see your teammate, they get hit, and you're worried about them and they're hurt, but in no way is that gonna solve the problem.
Looks like they've got penalties against both Dartmouth and Martha's Vineyard, but it is going to be a 5-minute against Martha's Vineyard and only 2 minutes against Dartmouth. So we have 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then the Indians will have 5-on-4 for the remaining 3 minutes. So a 2-minute penalty against the Dartmouth player, a 5-minute major against the Martha's Vineyard player. So a faceoff will be back down in the Martha's Vineyard end. Glad to have you looking in here on Dartmouth Community Media. Shout out to the parents and friends of the family and so forth. I've been able to watch the games live this year. There's one consolation about having the pandemic. Hopefully we can continue to do the games live once the fans are back. Nick Howarth behind the net already with 3 goals. Pinned to the corner. Looking to move the puck out in front. Along the far wall. Now it's played out to the neutral zone. Freights has to deke his way out of trouble. Sam Caniff behind the net. Sam with a nice career here at Dartmouth High School, and he's got his younger brother Luke Caniff, who's a junior. So they're able to play together here, and Sam picking up a goal assisted by Luke the other day. So Luke will be back next year as a senior. But behind the net, here's Caniff. Out through the neutral zone. Slides down there on number 7, Gillis. Back the other way they come. Here's a chance. Kick saved by Kearney. That was a 2-on-1, and he went for the shot. Merrick did, and the save was made. Loose player in the slot. Tries to put it down. Nice hit there by number 21, John Gamache, to take him out of the play.
Yeah, great play by Merrick there earlier. Sorry, I lost my sound for a second there. Yeah, just a great play by Merrick there. He came in on the off wing. It was a 2-on-1, and recognized that the stick was in the passing lane, so he decided to shoot it. And then the place where he shot it was a great spot. It was on the lower left pad of Kearney. That gave the opposing winger, not the opposing winger, but the winger on the offside there, gave him a big juicy rebound. Unfortunately, he wasn't there on it. It went in the opposite direction. But again, a great play by Merrick there to aim for that lower pad and look for the rebound.
So the Indians now in the power play for the next 3 minutes. As the minor penalty is over, but the major penalty, the Martha's Vineyard, is on the clock. Caniff down deep. Howarth along with Reed Martin. One-timer. Caniff save by Stearns. Martha's Vineyard coming back shorthanded. That's not going anywhere. Caniff back to JC Freights. And the play was offside as Reed Martin was down there looking to pick up a rebound. Let's talk about the brother combinations that have played over the years. You guys were a few years apart, so it wasn't like, one was a senior and one was a junior. You were a freshman when Dylan was a senior, but, you did a brother combination. You had the Sullivans, you had the McCarthys, and, of course, here we have the Caniffs. But usually it's a lot of times a sibling plays hockey, an older sibling plays hockey, and then the younger sibling follows suit and plays too.
Yeah, you're coming from a hockey family, that's where you're going to be, especially. You grow up and you tend to look up to the older sibling and you admire the way that they're playing, and you kind of want to do it. You want to go out there and do it as well. So, yeah, it's definitely great to see some brother combinations out there.
Well, in net is J.P. Kearney. I know there's a Jacob Kearney out there too who plays as a sophomore. I believe he is. Let's see. I believe he is a defenseman. So he'll be coming up the ranks. The Gamashes. Brother combination. So many of them. It's going to be icing.
Yep.
So it's always good to see that. Face-off will be down here. 9:42 to go. Glad to see that after that sort of like exchange of hits, the game has not escalated to something that it shouldn't be, because that could happen too. The game, starts to get chippy and then it continues like that. But it doesn't look like that's happened.
Yeah, hopefully both clubs realize that, let's just finish the game and then, get home safely here, especially in the snowstorm that's going on right now.
Martha's Vineyard with a boat ride home in the snow after this. They'll be playing a big game against Nantucket. We understand they have a cup that they play for between the two island teams, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and maybe this game here will be, I don't want to say a wake-up call, but looks like there's a situation escalating here a little bit of banter back and forth between the two players there. But yeah, I'd imagine it's going to be a little bit of more of a quiet boat ride home for Martha's Vineyard. Yeah. But at the same time, when you have a game like that, you have a good tendency to kind of play well the next time. So hopefully they'll come out and they'll give their best shot against Nantucket in that really important game for them.
So the penalty against Josh Nelson of the Indians, 2 minutes for cross-checking. And so there'll be a short power play, very short for Martha's Vineyard. That puck is iced by Martha's Vineyard. 8:59 to go in the game, 4-0 Dartmouth. So what are your big memories for Dartmouth? I know you had a good time playing on the team, a lot of great friendships, a lot of fun. As you said, these players are going to remember the years in high school. You run into players that you played with, and it's really a lot of fun. I've seen you guys run into each other, and it's like you just saw each other yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's about 10 years ago for me now, almost, coming up on that milestone. But so it definitely feels like a little longer than that. But it is nice to run into my teammates whenever I do see them. We're all have kind of different life paths at this point. We're starting to get into our mid to late 20s here. But yeah, whenever we get the chance, especially when we see each other out on the ice, it's definitely a good feeling to have. And, a little bit of reminiscing goes on, talk about some certain games or some things that happened when you're growing up. And it's great to be able to have those relationships with some of your peers.
There's Luke Caniff at his own end. Caniff fires it down around the right wing side. Martha's Vineyard. Cullen Larrabee got that first goal for the Indians way back at the beginning, and the Indians, I think they were going to blow them out, but then got the 2-0, and it kind of stayed there for a long time as JC Freights clears it down on the penalty kill. So the Indians got Freights and Reed Martin out there on the kill. If you're the other team, it's like you're going to be worried about a shorthanded goal, and of course we saw one tonight. Freites, he's a tough penalty killer. He's all over the place, and Reed Martin too.
Yeah, they've been putting pressure on Martha's Vineyard all day, and I think the scoreboard is pretty indicative of that. Obviously, Martha's Vineyard has had some spurts of pressure as well, but the Indians just doing a fantastic job today of keeping the pressure on and getting the shots on net, getting the pucks deep, and just doing all those little things that ultimately contribute to that W.
There's a shot wide of Stearns as the Indians continue to put pressure on. We're back at even strength now. So all the penalties have expired. Here comes Lackas out of the corner, blocked in front. And Reed Martin, he just levels number 27, Hopper Hearn. And he'll be going to the penalty box on a cross-check.
I'm not quite sure about that call. He definitely didn't have his stick out like it was a cross-check. He had both of his arms out and kind of just pushed it. It looked like a pretty clean hit to me, but sometimes when you're a ref at this level and you see a player going down that hard, it's kind of hard not to call a penalty. So now we got Martha's Vineyard here on the power play.
Indians, there's a shot high and wide of the net, all the way out to the neutral zone. Indians really want to put up a 0 here for their senior goaltender, J.P. Kearney.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell, like I said, in the pressure that they have. They recognize that this is Kearney's last game here, and they want Kearney to go out with that big W and that big shutout win.
We're talking about great moments. I know you had the good fortune of getting the overtime goal against Bishop Stang, right? And, obviously some good fortune, but your good friend Joey Gomes made a home run pass and playing against Bishop Stang in front of a packed house, and you find yourself in on a breakaway. And we're very fortunate enough to hit it off the crossbar and in. And as a parent, I'm up in the stands, and I'm like, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. But it was a lot of fun, and of course against Bishop Stang. So I know that's a great memory for you and all of us in that great Dartmouth-Stang rivalry. For
sure, yeah, looking back at it. It's something probably like the biggest highlight of my high school hockey career. So, definitely great to have those moments, that truly do last a lifetime. Whenever I do see Joey, I know he's been a very busy man lately, but whenever I do see him, it's almost, you're always bringing up that goal and everything. So, like I said, these memories here, they truly do last a lifetime, and it's great to have that.
Well, here's a chance here now for Howarth. He's looking for goal number 4. And Joey Gomes made like a 100. That's going to be a penalty against the Indians. Made like a 100-foot pass from behind the net all the way to center ice. You happen to be coming off the bench, and that's how that play happened. But, yeah, that's what we're talking about. You see him, and his dad is coaching with Coach Gouveia there at Stang, Frank Gomes. So you run in and you see the same faces over and over.
Yeah, it all just goes back to that really important part of just building those relationships and growing up together and everything, and just creating those memories and being able to see each other later on in life and have that, being able to share those times together. It's there's nothing like it.
Martha's Vineyard a 2-man advantage for the next 20 seconds. And a save by Kearney. They must be thinking, what do we have to do to get the puck past this guy? Kearney has been solid.
Yeah, I'm sure Martha's Vineyard shaking their heads, just thinking, what do I have to do here to get a goal? But obviously Kearney has plans to go out with a bang here with a big shutout, and it's very obvious in the way that he's playing today. He's all over it. He's all over the rebounds. He's all over the initial shots, and he's just shutting them down.
Talking about running into hockey people, I know you're working as a physical education teacher now in New Bedford High School, and you're at New Bedford High School. You look across the hall. Who's there? Coach Gouveia, coach of Bishop Stang, who we know from baseball and hockey. And you look around that bench and you see these coaches. There's a shot that just goes wide of the net. And when Steg and Dartmouth are playing, you look at the coaches and like we've known everybody there for like 20 years.
Yeah, like I said, those relationships, obviously, like you said, looks like got a little bit of a scuff here in front of the net. To be expected when you have a couple of opposing players hacking at your goalie, and your senior goalie who's playing well today. You want to get those players out of there. But as I was saying, you never really know where you're going to be when you're growing up, and like I said, Coach Gouveia is across the hall from me and everything there. So now I have the opportunity to share some memories with him, and just a great. It's just a great little community here that we have in the New Bedford area, the little hockey community that we have.
So Martha's Vineyard still on the power play. J.P. Kearns making another tremendous slop at the last segment of play there. Now another chance. There's a shot. Save again by Kearney. Another blast. Saved by Kearney, and it was right on the line, but it was cleared out by Caniff.
And an awesome play there by Caniff. Just a quick read and react. Didn't even have to think about it. Sees the puck, gets it out of the zone right away. That's exactly what you want to do there.
Martha's Vineyard just deciding we're just going to fire it. And 2 shots, 1 from each circle. This time it's going to be icing against the Vineyard, but Kearney, he is stopping everything tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the things that crosses your mind. When you're this late in the game, you still haven't got your first goal yet. You're like, oh my, you're just kind of thinking, well, I'm just going to start throwing it at the net and hope something goes in. So no surprise seeing Martha's Vineyard just starting to fire it at the net here late in the third.
That last one broke off of Kearney's pad, and it came very close to going over the line. There's a shot, score! Another redirect. I think Howarth got a piece of that one too. We'll have to take a look on the replay, but now it's a 5-0 lead for the Indians.
Yeah, I think that's Howarth's 4th goal of the day here. So awesome day for him. And what do you know? It's JC Freights again from the point, setting him up.
Let's see if it was Howarth and
a great play by Freights there to keep the puck in the net. And yep, there's Howarth with the tip right in front. So great play by him, his 4th goal of the day. And another great play by JC Freights just to get it over to him.
Moniz at center ice. Josh Nelson slides down there on goaltender Kearney, and Kearney makes the save. So the Indians in control here the last couple games. They got the win over Old Rochester, the tie against Stang. Indians put together a nice season. Sharrier through the neutral zone. Out of the final 2.5 minutes left. Puck goes down behind the net. Lima. Another senior. Fires it back down. 2:20 left in the game. Behind the net. Moniz in front. Looking for Capillotti. Now Moniz with a shot. Saved by Stearns. Evan Moniz getting a good look at the net. Josh Nelson for the Indians. Nelson crashing into the offensive end. Like Howarth goes hard into the boards, takes his man down. Final 2 minutes. Game has become physical here as Howarth plays it down deep. Behind the net. They throw it out in front. Howarth again. Bouncing puck. Loose. And now a scuffle with Jake Scott. And the officials get right in there to break it up.
Yep, and if you're Martha's Vineyard, it's 5-0. You got the forward hacking your goalie there. You just want to get him out of there in that situation. So not surprised to see a little bit of a scuffle there.
John Gamache, senior, taking the draw at center ice. Caniff Chariot plays it down. Behind the net.
Looks like offsides.
Tell you, Lima was he was going hard down on the corner. I was thinking, oh boy, what's he going to do? He pulled up in the last second, and he's big. He's strong too. It's like Coach Capello has all seniors out there.
Yep, and I'm sure that's what the round of applause was just a few moments ago there from the parents and the coaches and the players on the bench, giving the seniors one last final nod here to cap off the, like what you said, it was a great season by the Indians.
J.P. Kearney ties it up with 1:05 left in the game. Yeah, you got Lima, Pacheco, Gamache, Caniff, Charbonneau, and of course J.P. Kearney in net. First shot through, blocked in front. And Jamison Lima comes back the other way. Through center ice, John Gamache. Out on net, save, rebound. Another save there by Stearns. Less than a minute to play. Center ice, Dartmouth. Counterattack the other way. Here's Gamache. To the net. Blocked in front. Counterattack here by Martha's Vineyard. The offensive end. Some nice moves there put on by Lewis. Lewis gets hit that time by Pacheco. Gets hit by Charbonneau, actually. Lima. Across to Joey Pacheco. Slides it down deep. Final 20 seconds left in the game. And near side, Caniff lays the hit. Stolen here by a back-checking John Gamache. Final 10 seconds left. Here's Caniff. Oh, wrist shot goes high and wide. Oh, he was looking for the top shelf, and he ripped it, and it just missed over the crossbar.
And a beauty of a pass right up the middle of the ice there to set him up for that.
And that's going to do it as they run the clock out. And the Dartmouth Indians with a nice win here, 5-0 over Martha's Vineyard. 4 goals for Howarth, another for Cullen Larrabee. Some great plays by J.C. Freites and Martin. Great defense by Caniff and Charbonneau. And how about that goaltender as they are surrounding J.P. Kearney right down in front of us?
Yeah, an emotional moment, I'm sure. Not only for Kearney, who, by the way, congratulations, a shutout. Big day today for him. But for the rest of the seniors here as well. The last game is, like I was saying earlier, the last game it's usually a loss, in the state tournament. But so it definitely nice to see for a change, the Indians ending it with a big W here and a shutout.
So congratulations to the Dartmouth Indians, and again to head coach Mike Capello. It was not easy putting together this season, but the Indians put together a nice season. They got, I think, about 11 games in, and they ended up with a nice year here for the seniors as they are congratulating each other right down below us. And hopefully next year, talking about next year, it seems like it's far away, but hopefully next year we'll have a regular 20-game schedule and be back in the MIAA state tournament. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Peter Chase, Mike Fernandez, all the rest of the DCTV crew, and you, Andrew Santos, for stepping in and providing a color commentary. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, final again, Dartmouth 5 and Martha's Vineyard nothing. I'm Paul Santos for Andrew Santos. Good afternoon from the Helen Arena.